Good evening and welcome, Rich Rebel fans, as you are joining us here on 98.3 KADQ as well as on mylocalradio.com. We're coming in to you live to usher in the new boys basketball season here in the winter 2021 to 2022. If you're just joining us, we're broadcasting the very end of the JV game. Currently, the Rich Rebels up 20. Well, no, they're up 53-20 at this exact moment in the JV game with about 5.5 minutes left here in the at the end of the fourth quarter. Fantastic outing by the boys so far as they've been working together in unison. Great work from underclassmen getting some needed minutes. We're moments away from seeing our boys varsity team taking on the Telos Titans. We welcome you, those of you that are joining us over the airwaves, as we are live from Randolph, Utah Rich High School here, as we're incredibly excited to start the beginning of the basketball season for the boys. Tip-off is scheduled for about half an hour from now as we move into our pregame show, brought to you by Gary Tuscher, CPA in Montpelier. Have your taxes prepared by a professional that understands personal, business, and agricultural taxes. We'll hear from them, and then we'll go ahead and set the scene for tonight's game. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports here on 98.3 as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Two of the things you work hardest for in life are your family and your money. Taking care of the money you earn is an important part of taking care of your family. Gary Tuscher, CPA of Montpelier, Idaho, is a rancher who's also provided professional tax preparation and financial services for more than 30 years.
When it comes to taxes and your money, make sure it's handled the best way possible. Call me today, 208-847-2601.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. Joining us here for the very end of the JV game against the Telos Titans, currently up 57-24. We'll go ahead, keep the camera on these boys as they're finishing up the game right here. We'll go into the scene set as we are part of the Gary Tuscher CPA pregame show where the Rich Rebels will be taking on the Telos Titans in the varsity level in moments. Until then, joining you here in the booth, Cody Olsen. Just to recap from last night, the girls basketball team took care of business against the West Side Pirates in what was a defensive thriller, and the three-point ball really kind of helped those girls out, bailed them out, and they overcame a 13-point deficit in the fourth quarter to win 31-28. Such an amazing time, and we expect to see an amazing game as well against the Rich Rebels and the Telos Titans coming up. 98.3 KADQ, our scene set today brought to you by J-Bar Excavation, the team, the equipment, and the experience to get done. J-Bar Excavation in Randolph. Stop in today. Tonight, the Rich Rebels, we welcome you into the much anticipated season home opener for your boys basketball team. I have it on very good authority that this game of basketball has been talked about and talked about and talked about quite substantially, and if you ask Coach Lex Cornea, he's pretty sick of talking about it, and we're ready to play some basketball, put the ball to the hardwood, put the leather to the hardwood as we get ready for this. We welcome you into the booth. As always, I will be your guide in this matchup between the undefeated Titans of Telos and the Rich Rebels. Home opener tonight, great opportunity to see what these kids are made of. Many spots open right now, as it is no secret that the Rich Rebels have graduated quite a substantial amount of players from last year. If it's anything like the JV game, we hope to see some kids balling out, as we'll see some great basketball coming up. The Rich Rebels are facing an undefeated Telos Titans varsity squad and a very experienced head coach in Bruce Powell. This matchup should tell us a lot about what these teams are made of and what kind of grit the Rich Rebels have. The Telos Titans tonight, coming into this, first time the Telos Titans have been 4-0 to start the season since 2018, where they went an unprecedented 10-0 to start the season. The Titans have a very solid roster to back up their record and are led by second-year head coach Bruce Powell and star point guard Thurston Davis, number 14. The Titans are well on their way to improving on their record compared to last year. Some may recall that the season opener between these two teams went into triple overtime, which was insane. I don't know if my voice will be able to handle a triple overtime. We'll see. We are in for some great basketball. Keep an eye out for Thurston Davis and Noah Weiss, number 11 for Telos. They have been the leading scorers for this Titans team. On the other side of the ball, the Rich Rebels, no secret, Rich Rebels trying to find and fill the gaps in what they've graduated from last year. This is a good opportunity to see what these kids are made of. And some kids are going to get some serious playing time. I have no doubt that Lex Cornea has these kids prepared. Every time I've interviewed them the last couple weeks, Coach Cornea has been dissecting film. He's been leading these kids, and it should be a very exciting matchup. Last year's narrative, obviously, really something that the Rich Rebels want to improve on. They took 5th last year in state, and they want to get farther into the tournament. That is their ultimate goal. With those 5 starting seniors from last year, you are having to replace, just with those starting 5 seniors from last year, 49 points per game and 28 rebounds per game. Safe to say, spots are definitely open for many to come in and gain a starting spot and get some serious playing time. That has been our scene set today, brought to you by J-Bar Excavation, the team, the equipment, and the experience to get done. J-Bar Excavation in Randolph. Stop in today. You're tuned in to the Gary Tusher CPA pregame show, and this has been your J-Bar Excavation scene set. When we come back, we'll go ahead and visit with a standout student from Rich High School. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're looking for gravel, sand, topsoil, rock,
Rebel fans, we are joined here with Hayden.
Whether you're looking for gravel, sand, topsoil, rock, or other materials for your excavation or landscaping project, trust the experienced, knowledgeable team at J-Bar Excavation, specializing in sale and delivery of the materials you need to finish your project. J-Bar Excavation in Randolph, Utah has the team, the tools, and the plan to help you create exactly what you're looking for. J-Bar does quality work that fits your schedule and your budget. Call J-Bar Excavation today, 435-793-5855.
When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to a place with the coldest temps and the warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Sabian, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
Go Rich Rebels!
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
We welcome you back into the booth on mylocalradio.com, out here live at Randolph. We're covering the Rich Rebels and the Telos Titans. Now is the time for our standout student interview. Special thanks to the town of Woodruff for making that possible. Let's go ahead, catch up with a face and a name that we all probably know fairly decently well, Hayden Weston. Rich Rebel fans, we are joined here with Hayden Weston, a man, a myth, a legend on the offensive and defensive line, and we're going to be seeing him on the basketball court. Hayden, thanks for joining me here for this student-athlete interview on 98.3. First of all, how the heck did your Thanksgiving go?
Oh, it was pretty great. I had some family come up, and we messed around and had a good time. So all in all, it was a fantastic time.
There you go. What was your favorite meal? What was the favorite food item?
I don't even know what it was called. It was some kind of, I'm not really a turkey guy, so it was kind of a roast thingy that my uncle cooked, and I really liked that.
What was the tradition, I guess, with your family out for Thanksgiving?
Well, we all had Thanksgiving at the church because we have too big of a group to really have at someone's house. So we didn't get to watch football, but I pulled out my phone a few times and watched the football games going on. But the Panthers weren't playing, so I really don't care much if the Panthers aren't playing.
Getting ready, you've been doing football, you've been doing basketball. I mean, you're in the thick of it here at Rich High School. Tell me, what was your favorite memory this past football season?
Just everything. I look back all the time and wish that I can restart football season because football is what I love to do. I just loved hanging out with the guys all the time. But my best moment was probably senior night beating Monticello. because everyone knows, kind of had a tough season. And that was a really, really good win to get for all of us, and it all lifted us up, and just being around everyone after that really.
Did you have a favorite play, I guess, in that Monticello game that you're like, wow, that's my senior staple moment or anything like that, or during the season?
Probably my sack that I got there, because I've been so close some of the games that my main goal was to get like a full sack by myself, not a helper one, whatever they're called. So that was probably it.
Well, we got done with football season, even though it was, ended with the Monticello win. You went out to North Summit, and I bet it was pretty humbling to kind of be done and over with. How did it feel as soon as the final whistle blew for you to just kind of realize, Matt, that was my last senior year of football?
It really hit me hard. I'm not gonna lie, I cried pretty hard, and I still sometimes, like, I haven't turned my football stuff in. Sometimes I put my helmet on and pretend like I'm still playing. But yeah, it really caught me off guard. I couldn't believe it was actually over.
Well, you're getting ready for basketball now. It's a whole nother chance. It's a different sport. A lot of running, from what I hear. What's it like being under Coach Cornea and getting ready for basketball?
Coach Cornea is a really good coach. I respect everything he says, and he really knows what he's doing, and he can help us and knows how to make us play hard. So I'm excited for that, because some of us really need to get kicked in there and know to play hard, and he's really good at doing that. So I'm excited for that.
Hayden, I also know that, we got done with tryouts and everything like that. What were tryouts like? What was it day to day, and what was Coach Cornea trying to do?
Day to day, it was running. We ran quite a bit. We ran like 17s and fourth quarter runs, which those are just running back and forth for however long he puts on the clock. And then he blows his whistle and we sprint. But it was still a good experience to be with everybody, and we pretty much knew who the team was going to be. There wasn't much that we cut. It was pretty much everybody that showed out. So it was all in all a good time.
That was a wonderful interview that I had with Hayden Weston. We'll be seeing him on the basketball court later tonight. Full interview on the Coach's Corner every weekday at 3:30 on 98.3 KADQ. We'll go ahead and move in farther into our Gary H. Tusher pregame show, as that has been our T7 Propane in Woodruff. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208, as our Coach's Show is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. That was our town of Woodruff standout student. Our T7 Propane in Woodruff Coach's Show coming up in a moments away. Until then, this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We're getting now into the T7 Propane in Woodruff Coach's Show. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208. As part of our Gary Tusher CPA pregame show, we're going to go ahead, listen, and talk to opposing head coach Bruce Powell. Had a great interview with Coach Powell. He has lots of good things to say. Let's go ahead and hear what he has. Rich Rebel fans, we welcome you here to the Coach's Show. As part of our pregame interview, I have joining with us Bruce Powell of the Telos Titans, coming into his second year. Coach Powell, thanks so much for doing this interview today.
Thanks for having me, Cody.
Absolutely. Coach, it's pretty abundantly clear that looking at your schedule, you guys are on quite a bit of a roll at 3-0. What do you attribute to the early season success for the Telos Titans so far?
I attributed the early season success based off of last year, what we did my first year. The year before I got here, they were 6-17, and kind of changed the culture around and emphasized defense, teamwork, and team unity, and that became a 15-6 record, winning region last year and going to the state playoffs for the first time in school history. So that was kind of nice.
Coach, it's impressive to see the improvement that we've seen under your leadership. You have quite a few kids that are really helping you out. They are talented. We've got Noah Weiss, 18 points per game, Thurston Davis. Who are these kids on your team? Who are these young men, and what do they do to make your program work?
So with Telos, it's a new team every year. Like I said, it's the one and done. It's the Kentucky one and done in Utah 1A basketball. So new group of kids. Luckily for me, Thurston Davis was a starter last year, and he's like one of the few kids that came back. So that helped having his leadership. And then the rest of the kids just are coming in and doing what they need to do in order to help us win games.
Coach, maybe having a one and done year with such a huge amount of turnover on your team, do you find that as an advantage, or do you find that as a hindrance, or maybe is it both?
It's a hindrance because most schools in Utah, they have the same group of kids, starting off in like kindergarten through high school. Whereas, at Telos, we get a group of kids and they're here for a year and then they're off and then it's a new group of kids. So it's kind of tough, but at the same time, it's fun and it's challenging. So I'm embracing it.
Coach, we're impressed with coming into your second year. What kind of impact do you hope to, take onto the kids and to your program? What is your goal as a second-year head coach?
So my ultimate goal here is to make sure, these kids are ready for, when they leave here, ready for the world and the challenges they may face on and off the court. As far as like sports, I just want them to compete, play hard, and have fun. That's, why I teach, the game of basketball, because it's all about life. And it's all about, learning experience and obstacles you have to face. So that's the challenge I try to teach the kids here at Telos.
Coach, that was Coach Bruce Powell. It was great to catch up with him as he's ready to take on the Rich Rebels. Lex Cornea has his kids ready. We're going to go ahead, listen to Coach Cornea as part of his interview. Special thanks to T7 Propane in Woodruff for making that happen. Go ahead, take it away, Coach Cornea. Rich Rebel fans, here on the Coach's Corner again, I'm joined with Lex Cornea. We're getting ready for the home opener against the Telos Titans this upcoming Friday, and it sounds as though that the kids and the coaching staff cannot wait to get going. Coach, how the heck are you, first off, and are you ready for the home opener?
Well, yeah, we've been talking about basketball, for a long time. We've been doing open gyms, tryouts, and the kids have, they've ran really hard. I mean, it's good. It lets us ease into things, but they're just chomping at the bit to get on the floor against somebody in a different color uniform than their teammates. So I think they're really excited, and I think they're excited that right now Telos is 4-0, and they have one more game this week. I think they'll come to our gym 5-0, which, for a team with Telos' past, typically they've struggled to come in on a season 5-0. It's a big deal for them. They made the state tournament last year and were a very solid team. So they're building some momentum, and yeah, they're coming in, just rolling through the first part of their season, and I think our guys are excited to, kind of watch them run into a brick wall, we hope, and kill some of that momentum and get our season going.
Coach, you're coming in with fresh legs. Telos has experience under their belt coming into this season, getting ready, obviously. Probably going 5-0 when they get here to Rich. Do you feel as though the preseason jitters are going to be a factor? And if so, how is the best way to bring these kids back and focused in?
Well, I think, kids are nervous to play, and I don't care if it's a first game of the season or, a middle game or whenever. It takes a lot of courage to step out onto a basketball floor where mistakes are magnified. It's in front of everybody, and yeah, you do get nervous. But, we've always said the best way to get over nerves is to just go, make a physical play, dive on the floor, get a rebound, set a screen, and I think we'll settle in quickly. I've been really happy with our senior leadership on this team. And, honestly, it was a concern for me coming in, losing all those seniors last year. I wondered how vocal this group would be, but they've really just stepped into those roles seamlessly. And I do think that in situations like that, it's your seniors who kind of set the tone and can settle you down. So, yeah, we will have fresh legs, but I also think we'll have some nerves. But, I told them, be thankful, be excited. You get to play. And in the last 18 months, we know that basketball in the winter is not always a given. So I'm just grateful that, hey, we're not in masks, that the season is a go, that, we're not having to worry about somebody missing or being locked down. That in itself should take off some relief and let us just go enjoy playing with each other in front of our home crowd.
We're all excited to see what the home opener has in store. We'll be covering it on 98.3 The Wildlife. Coach, no team is the same. Every year it's something different, even with the same amount of players. Chemistry is different, personality is different. What do you feel like this year's team has, or maybe is a staple that maybe something you haven't seen in the past?
This team is really, really unified so far, is what I've seen. And granted, we haven't stepped on the floor and played an actual game. But I also think they've got a chip on their shoulder. They know the scout on us from other teams would be that a lot of seniors graduated last year and they were senior heavy, and that this is going to be, a subpar rich team that's kind of getting their feet back under them. And I've told the seniors that and the juniors and said, hey, this is the scout on you. And I think they take a huge issue to that. And so I think this is a team that will shock and surprise some people. And I love that about them. And right now they're a team that doesn't really care who does what. They're just hungry to win. And a lot of our conversations to begin this year have been, would you be comfortable, not playing well but winning? Or do you have to, if you had a great game, would you rather do that and lose? And it's just kind of conversations we threw out to the group, and I can tell you, this team, I really don't think they care who does what. As long as they're winning and competitive, they're happy. And you can't say that about every team in the state. I think that's a huge strength for us, is we just don't care who does what, and we don't care what the game looks like. We'll make it ugly, we'll make it gritty, and we'll win any way we can. These kids are hungry to win.
Coach, what is it about your coaching philosophy and your coaching staff that enables you to have such mature conversations with these kids?
Well, really, I think that's the kids. I think they just kind of get comfortable with us going to them and saying, hey, here's an honest take. What do you think about it? I think the best teams have shared leadership. All the ideas can't be the coaches. They have to be bought into by players. And I just think we have really mature, work-oriented kids here that are up to the task there of having some leadership thrown their way. I just think it's just kind of the kids we have around here that, and Evanston's the same way, that kids are mature, they take it seriously, they take pride in it. And when you have that, turning some leadership and some decision making over to kids is easy. If you didn't have that, then I could see it being a train wreck. But where we have kids that, they just love basketball, they take pride in being a rebel and wearing the uniform, and they own it. There's a lot of ownership here. So when you have that, I just think it's natural to let kids take some responsibility more than on a typical team and really own their season.
Coach, last question from me. You've obviously talked a lot about how this team has been chomping at the bit. We've been doing a lot of film. I stopped you now as you're getting ready for Telos. You're studying film on these guys. Is there any compliment that you would send to them, and what is your key to stop maybe perhaps the strongest asset on the Telos team?
Well, Telos, their team changes every year, just given the nature of the school. And when you have high turnover, sometimes you lack control, and that's not something I see from this team. Decision-making is pretty sound, and they share the basketball quite a bit, which, in their situation, that's a difficult thing. But I've been very impressed just specifically by this number 14, a senior guard, that just plays really smooth, really controlled. He's a nice player. There's a reason that they're 4-0. And I think we'll be 5-0 coming in here. It comes down to decision making. They're not a great team at just knocking down shots and putting up a lot of points. And when you're 5-0 and you're not a great shooting team, it means that there's good decision making happening. So their coach does a great job. He brings a ton of energy, and you can just tell they respect him. They try to execute what he asks of them, and that's a combination that makes a team very, very tough. But at the same time, I think we're ready to go, and I think our kids are excited, and I think it'll be a good one here on Friday night.
Coach, we thank you for the interview. We're getting stoked and ready to go as we take on the Telos Titans. I think talk is in the past. I think now is time for game time. Coach, thanks again so much for the interview.
Thank you, Cody.
Rich Rebel. That was Coach Lex Cornia. He is ready to go, and I hope that you are ready to go as well, as we have 1 minute left till tip-off. We'll take a quick break. come back for the Laketown Ledger, as well as the starting lineup. Let's go ahead, take a quick break. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com. Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Gary Ogilvie, Eldon Robinson, and Delora Wright encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The Town Council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Wonderful rendition of the national anthem just sung as we're getting ready to go in our starting lineup really quickly. Last meeting between these two teams, March 5th, 2021 in the state playoffs. A 58-44 win for the Rebels. Rich is 3-0 all-time versus the Telos Titans. Thurston Davis will be starting for the Telos Titans tonight. Henry Pike. Here comes your starter for the Rich Rebels. Nate Woods starting tonight at number 1. Riley Carrillo, number 4 tonight, also starting. Justin Adams will also be starting tonight. Hunter Pace as well. Hayden Weston also getting the start. Awesome to see him as we heard from him on our outstanding student interview. Keys to the game tonight. Who will step up? Number 1, find your kids that are going to step up, get excited, find your starting spot. This is your time, Rich Rebels, to find your playing time and find your minutes. Know your keys. Coach Cornea has taught you well. You are prepared for this moment. Number 3, don't panic. It's the start of the season. You're going to be jittery. You're going to have something go off of your knee. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be crazy tonight as we have a great fan base out here. This has been our Gary Tusher CPA pregame show. Here comes the starting tip-off. Ball up in the air. Riley Carrillo easily gets that one and is reeled in by Thurston Davis in the back court. 0-0 at the start of this game. First quarter. Thurston Davis working on the left side, working against Nate Woods. Up back to the top, back to Thurston Davis on the left side. Davis has the ball, looking for some help, guarded well by Nate Woods. Nate gives him the left hand. Up he goes off of his hand, and it's going to go to the Rich Rebels. Turnover by Davis immediately, and now the Rich Rebels with the offensive possession. Tip-off today was brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Darren, Trisha, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rebels good luck in all they do. Here's our first quarter. Carrillo kicking it out there to Pace on the left side. He takes a long 3. He's going to leave that one short. Hayden Weston going up strong. Leaves it short as well. Second opportunity and an offensive rebound. That's good for Hayden Weston. 2-point lead currently for the Rich Rebels. Here comes Davis with the ball. He's going to get that outlet after the inbounds. Back over to Weiss. Watch out for Davis and Weiss. They are the leading scorers for this team. Cutting into the middle, number 13, Seth Fay. We're going to get a quick timeout immediately as Coach Bruce Powell wants to talk it over. He's seeing a zone defense that he wasn't possibly prepared for. This timeout brought to you by Independent Software Solutions. Let Brian be your IT guy. Call 307-789-1978 today. While we're here, let's go ahead, dip into the Bear Lake Realty fan cam very quickly. Gary and Amber McKee, they are your key to finding your new home in Bear Lake. 435-946-8888. We have a fantastic crowd out here tonight. It is our home opener for boys basketball. A quick 30-second timeout is taken by the Telos Titans. And back we go into the live action. 7 minutes left here in this first quarter with Rich up 2 points. On a offensive rebound and a putback by Hayden Weston. Weiss kicks it out there to Davis on the left side. Back up to the top. That's Carter. Kicking it out there to Fay on the right. They're still outside the arc and not able to penetrate all that well. Here's Weiss dribbling with his left hand to the very top near the logo. Cuts inside, shakes off Carrillo, takes the mid-range jumper right at the top of the arc. Takes it, and that one's good. That's a 2-pointer by Weiss. We'll keep that one in mind as Weston, and here comes a 3-pointer from Riley Carrillo. Leaves it strong. It goes off the back iron. It's going to be reeled in by Hunter Pace. Nate Woods taking the point guard position, tells everybody to settle down just a little bit. Noah Weiss and Hayden Weston with the first points here. Nate cutting inbounds. It's going to be intercepted there by number 24 of the Telos Titans. That's Henry Pike. Back up to the top, here's Noah Weiss, guarded by Riley Carrillo. Carrillo has a couple inches on Weiss, and it looks as though that they're going into that man. Here's Pike with the long three, leaves it long. That's going to be a defensive rebound and a foul on Hunter Pace, his first personal foul. Inbounds play coming in for the Telos Titans. Holding it kind of long, leaves it way out there for Thurston Davis. Dives, Nate Woods, like a raging bull, is going to go underneath the arms as the ball is picked up by Davis. Kicking it out there to Fay on the left side wing. Back up to the top of the arc. Cutting inside, another mid-range J by Noah Weiss. Again, good for 2 as he finds the bottom of the net. 4-2 here with 5.5 minutes left. Kicking out there, Riley Carrillo to Hunter Pace. Just off the left iron, no good. Rebound, Telos. They're pushing it up the floor. They have a 2-on-2 fast break, but decide to pull it out. Here is Nate Woods guarding Noah Weiss, kicking it back out to Davis at the very top. Implementing the half-court offense, long three by Weiss. That one's good. He's on fire right now, and he's got 7 points so far in this match. 7-2 and a quick timeout taken by Lex Cornea. Probably a good idea as Noah Weiss has been on fire. The only points scored by the Telos Titans have been scored by Weiss, and he's got all 7 of them right now. 5 minutes now separate us from the end of the first quarter. Thank you for joining us here on 98.3 KADQ as well as on mylocalradio.com. A quick Independent Software Solutions timeout by Lex Cornea. Kind of roll this one together. It's a 30-second timeout. Really quickly, key immediately that I see right now is without question, Noah Weiss has the hot hand right now as I have these numbers all mixed up. He's got 7 points. He's got 7 points so far, and it's a 7-2 lead here. Inbounds passes. This is a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds from Hayden Weston to Jaden Cornea. Working inside, Hayden trying to get some room. Cornea with the mid-range jumper across the lane. That's an assist for Hayden Weston. Now a 4-7 game. Rich Rebels still down. Davis kicking it right back up to the top to Weiss. Weiss is getting past Cornea, drives into the lane, takes a little jumper off the backboard, and good. Bank is open. That's 9 points for Weiss. It is a 9-4 game. All of the points having been scored by Noah Weiss. Working it in there, Nate Woods to Riley Carrillo. He's going to get fouled from behind. That's the first foul on Weiss. So, to the line for Bear Lake Realty free throws. This is the first trip to the line for anybody, really, but especially for Riley Carrillo. Takes his time, puts that one way up in the air, rattles it home, off the back iron and in. 5-9, advantage Telos. Next shot coming up for Carrillo. Two dribbles and up, and this time off the back iron. Offensive rebound, Hayden Weston. Great rebound, and here is a shot attempt by Carrillo. No good as he's going in, driving into the lane. Leaves it a little bit short. Here comes the Titans. Davis quickly into the lane. That's going to be a blocking call on Hayden Weston, and he thought that he was established for quite a while, and to be completely frank, I thought he was too, but our officiating crew says otherwise. It's going to be a blocking foul, and shots coming up for Thurston Davis, leading the team in points per game with 15. Number 14, Davis, at the free throw line. This will be his first attempt. That one up and good, bottom of the net. 10 points now for the Titans and a 5-point lead. Good crowd we have here out tonight. They're going to try and distract Davis at the free throw line. He seems very comfortable. Here comes his second attempt. This one is up and good. Bottom of the net, 2 for 2 for Davis. Here we go, into the lane. Hayden Weston gets the good assist right there, and he gets tumbled over and no good. Here comes a fast break from Davis. Davis going into the lane, and it's going to go up and over the top of Nate Woods. Another 2 points for Davis. That's 4 for him in this first quarter. Jaden Cornea hands off to Nate Woods, kicking it out there to the right. Carrillo into the paint. That is Hayden Weston. Good assist across the bottom of the paint. Left-handed layup for Riley Carrillo is good. That's 3 points for Carrillo. Here comes Noah Weiss working past Cornea. Mid-range jumper, just left it short. That one's going to be off the left iron. Rebound, Rich. 7-13 is your score, and a quick foul called and a push will be called on Will Carter. Another starter for the Telos Titans. Out comes Hayden Weston. He's putting in some good work, and a great offensive rebound is something that was amazing. He came up with his left hand, ripped it down a while ago. Here we go, 7-13, a 6-point lead. Handoff there to Nate Woods on the right side wing. He works his way into the middle. Tried to find Carrillo cutting into the paint, but he was covered up well. Cornea at the very top near the Rebel logo sets up the offense again. Out to the left, Hunter Pace tries to look above the defense. Back out to Carrillo at the top of the arc. Carrillo works his way inside, finds his man. It's going to be left short, and that will go out of bounds off of an attempted offensive rebound for number 13, Noah Perry. Perry has checked into the game. He subbed out Hayden Weston, working at the forward position. It's still 7-13. Here's Davis. Dribbling with his left hand, has an easy lane, goes up with his left hand and good. Nobody collapsed on that one, as it is now 15 points for the Telos Titans. Around the horn it goes, and the right-handed attempt by Cornea is going to be no good up and under the basket. Here comes Davis again. Davis now trying to work with his right hand. That's going to be stripped from him. Bodies on the floor. Good hustle play and a timeout called. Right as soon as I thought a jump ball was going to be called, we're going to get an Independent Software Solutions timeout by the Rich Rebels. 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and take our first timeout of the first quarter here on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. After the initial points in the paint scored by Hayden Weston, the Rich Rebels are now behind with a score of 15-7. Telos in the lead. It's an 8-point lead for the Telos Titans. Inbounds play, Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound from Trey Walker to Cornea. Trey Walker in the game. He's trying to find in the paint Riley Carrillo. Back out to Trey Walker for the three. That one a little bit too hard off the glass. Rebound Telos. That's Thurston Davis. Davis works his way out of the trap on the left side here. Gets back to Weiss. Weiss against Walker. Mid-range J at the top of the arc. That one's going to go off the front iron and out of bounds. No good. Score will remain 15-7 with 2:05 left here in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us. Cody Olsen as well as Rob Leifson here in the booth. Inbounds play. Mound Valley Cattle Company bringing it in for Cornea. Cornea to Walker on the right side. Straightaway three, nobody there for Perry. Perry just a little bit too far off to the right. It's easily rebounded by Weiss of Telos. Davis sprints past Walker and he cuts into the lane, kicks it out there for Pike. Pike for three, that one's short. Rebound, Riley Carrillo. He's got room, 2-on-1, left-handed layup, blocked by Telos. Offensive rebound, good by Riley Carrillo. That's 5 points for Carrillo. Here we go as a mid-range J from the left side baseline, rebounded by Riley Carrillo after a no-good attempt by Will Carter. Here's Cornea cutting into the lane with the right hand way far pushed outside. That's going to be a rebound defensively for Telos. Quick basketball is the name of the game. Throwing it back into the middle for Pike. Pike is going to drive into the lane. That's going to be a walk on Pike. Took one too many steps. Good aggressive play by Pike, but instead they're going to call him for the walk. 9-15, 6-point difference with 1 minute left here in the first quarter. Your scoring leaders, most definitely Noah Weiss and Thurston Davis. Not unexpected, as we know that they are scorers. Here comes a layup right across the top of Fay, right on the right side, blocking good. That's another point, another two for Riley Carrillo. 11-15, here comes Weiss on the left side, back over to the right for Thurston Davis, way outside the arc. They're playing keep away right now. Here comes a three from Carter. That one, no good. Rebound, Rich. 30 seconds now before the end of the first quarter. Here's Cornea on the right, guarded by Davis. He looks back to coach, gets the play call. Dribbles comfortably on the right side of the logo as they're working from left to right on your radio dial. They're wanting to play for the last points of this quarter. Don't blame them, as it has been fast-paced. Here comes Davis close up to guard Cornea. Cornea with some handles, has 6 seconds left to score. Cornea takes the long three. They left him alone, and that one's good. That's a My Local Radio 3 for Cornea. Good work from Cornea to recognize that they left him alone after the switch and bait at the very top of the arc, and now it is a 14-15 game. Coming into the second quarter, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Back into the live action. We thank you for joining us on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com. Going into the second quarter here, brought to you by Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. Score on our Station on Main scoreboard, 14-15 now going into the second quarter. A little bit of a run there for the Rich Rebels to end the quarter, ending with a My Local Radio 3 by Jaden Cornea. Here we go. Inbounds, Rich with the ball, cutting across the lane. Riley Carrillo lays it up and good from the right side block after the assist across the lane from right to left by Nate Woods. First points of the second quarter go to Riley Carrillo. Here's Weiss being hounded by Carrillo and Cornea. 3-on-1 opportunity. Nate Woods, stop, jump, leaves it short. Carrillo with the height advantage. He leaves that one short. Defensive rebound by the Telos Titans. 16-15, Rich with the lead. Here comes Davis being hounded by Nate Woods. Good defense by Nate as Thurston passes out to Weiss, back with the ball on the left. Davis coming in the lane, kicks it back out to Weiss. Weiss thinks about the straightaway three, kicks it out to Will Carter. Seems as though they're using the other three to just space the floor. It's a game of Davis and Weiss against 5 Rebels in a zone defense right now. Weiss and Davis just playing pass at the very top of the key. Davis waving off other players as he's trying to make some space for himself. Davis being guarded by Cornea, picks up his dribble, kicks it out there to Weiss with the long three on the left side wing. That one's good. 3 ball, good by Weiss. 18-16, cutting into the lane. Nate Woods loses the ball. It's hounded and taken up, and a double dribble will be called immediately as Weiss picked up the loose ball here on the right side wing, but then immediately got called for the double dribble. Here comes a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds play, putting it into Cornea. They're down by 2 with 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Nate Woods with the ball on the right side wing, kicking it out there to Trey Walker. He's got an open three, leaves it a little bit long. Rebound Cornea offensively. Cornea working his way in there, left side block. Back out to Nate Woods on the left side wing. Cornea at the top again, resetting the offense. Right side, Carrillo trying to get into Hayden Weston. Back to Carrillo, right side jumper from the elbow, rattles in. That one's good. 4 points for Carrillo here in the second quarter, and here comes a full court press and a trap from the Rebels, and that's going to be a steal right in the middle by Carrillo. Carrillo high off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound of his own. Trey Walker actually is going to get points for that one as he followed the rebound. 20-18. So a miss by Carrillo, and Trey Walker followed behind. He cleaned up the mess, put it up there with his left hand. Here's Pike spinning around. That one's going to be missed and defensively rebounded by the Rebels. Carrillo in trouble, throws that ball to Nate Woods, and now there's a wrestle for it. Somehow, Rich with the ball as Nate Woods was able to wrest it away from a Titan. Trey Walker almost out of control, passes to Cornea at the very top of the arc. Clears it back out. Here's the breather, and now here comes the offense. Back out to Carrillo on the left side wing. Looks for a cutting Cornea there on the baseline. Then to Trey Walker. Stop, jump, blocked by Faye. Good block by Faye. No points by Faye in this game so far because the only people that have scored are Davis and Weiss. Here we go. As back and forth passes will come from Davis and Weiss. Davis at the very top of the arc, guarded by Cornea. Kicking out there to Will Carter. Inbounds to Faye. Faye drop step in there, leaves it long, no good. Goes across the top. And here comes Trey Walker cutting into the lane. Euro step, leaves it long again. That one's going to be crazy as the offensive rebound handled by Hayden Weston. He'll get whacked out on the arm, and that's a foul on number 16. Or 15, my apologies. Will Carter will get his first personal foul. Been relatively clean compared to the girls' game last time. 4 offensive boards for Hayden Weston as his first free throw attempt rattles off the front of the rim and good, 21-18. First points for Weston here in the second quarter. 4:15 left here in the second quarter, brought to you by Stacy's Repair. Second Bear Lake Realty free throw. That one's up off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Pike. Back out there to Weiss. Weiss will get the ball and go across the timeline, dribbling with his right and left hand. Back out to Davis here on the left side. Back over to Weiss, right side. They're just trying to make some space and room. Gets a screen from Pike and a long three. That one's left just a little bit too long right off the glass. It's going to be rebounded by Carrillo. Nate Woods now with the outlet, going across the timeline himself, cutting across the face of Davis into the lane, kicking it out there to Trey Walker. Now with Walker, he's going into the lane with his right hand. Hayden Weston in the block, kicks it out to Riley Carrillo, mid-range J, just too far. Rebound Pike of the Telos Titans. Hayden Weston has found himself on the floor quite a few times as he's getting some rebounds, hopefully. Here's a jumper on the left side baseline, rattles out for Weiss. No good. Still 21-18 here in the second quarter, brought to you by Stacy's Repair. Walker handing it off to Nate Woods. Nate, point guard position. Going out to the left for Hunter Pace. Pace getting it to Hayden Weston in the middle. Here's Carrillo and kicking it out to Trey Walker, who drives into the lane. He's going to be whacked on the arm, and no call by the officiating crew. Probably got ball on that one as it was incredibly fast. Here comes the Telos Titans. This is Weiss kicking it out there to the left to Fay. Fay back to Weiss at the top of the key. Now out to Davis. Cross-court pass, almost intercepted by Carrillo. Instead, rallied by Weiss. Into the lane, here's Pike. He's going to get pit-pocketed by Hayden Weston. And Weston and Pike are on the ground. Jump ball called. Possession arrow will stay, I believe, with the Telos Titans. So Will Carter has come back in as a quick sub for number 22 of the Telos Titans. He comes out. Davis to inbound to Weiss. 2.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Weiss across the timeline into the middle for Pike. Mid-range right at the free throw line. No good. That's going to be rebounded by Carrillo. Good height advantage there. Here comes Nate Woods, 2-on-1. Good pass by Hunter Pace. He's going to miss it with the left hand. On the, here comes a off the ground Buckwheat out to Carrillo right at the free throw line. He banks that one home. You know, it was a spectacle to behold. I was a little starstruck right there. There's another 2 points for Riley Carrillo, and now a 23-18 lead for the Rich Rebels. Now out to Thurston Davis. Cross-court pass out there to Weiss. Weiss, long three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Buckwheat. Buckwheat in the game. As out onto the floor, Nate Woods, Buckwheat, Pace, Carrillo, and Weston. Mid-range jumper from the left, blocked by Pace, no good. That's going to bounce off the rim and the backboard and out. Rebound by Pike. Noah Weiss with the ball, taking over ball handling duties. It's being shared mostly between Davis and Weiss. They're not even moving. It's just a one-screen shoot kind of offense here as Davis is working against Pace there on the right side near the student section on the far side. A little bit of push, and here comes a three by Davis. He's going to leave that one right off the front of the rim, and Buckwheat falls onto the floor. Jump ball should be flopped, and it will go to the Rebels after the possession on the jump ball last time would go to the Telos Titans. These jump balls, it's great hustle by each team in order to get down there. Really fairly clean game so far if you're enjoying it here. Something that was a little bit different than what we saw. Buckwheat cutting into the lane, and he's going to work his way against Pike, and that's going to be put out of bounds off of the forearms of Pike. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbounds pass. Nate Woods looking for somebody out to Buckwheat, and it's just tipped off of the fingertips. And they say that Buckwheat tipped that one. I thought initially that a Telos Titan had touched it, and maybe Buckwheat had grazed it. That's the call from our officiating crew. Here comes a press from the Rich Rebels as Davis in the middle of the court passes out there to Weiss on the left. They have crossed the timeline now, working from right to left. In the middle, nobody guarding Fay. Fay puts that one in. That's the first points by someone on Telos other than Weiss or Davis. Here comes the Rich Rebels. There's going to be a rebound after a missed attempt. Will Carter up with the left hand off the glass and in. So 4 quick points. And now 22-23, a 1-point lead for the Rich Rebels. Across the timeline is Nate Woods. Here's Carrillo out to Buckwheat. Buckwheat into the lane he goes. He's going to leave it just a little bit too far to the right, and he's going to reach around the back of Pike. Just a little bit too aggressive. Buckwheat is going to get called for the foul. Inbounds from Weiss to Thurston. Davis. Here comes Davis cutting into the lane, stolen by Hunter Pace. He's got a man in front of him. Nate Woods, that's a three-pointer, leaves it just a little bit in front of the rim, no good. And that will be your halftime score, 23-22. Rich Rebels up by 1 in a very highly contested game between these two teams. our scoreboard cam getting shaken around a little bit as we're at double zeros here, and we'll go into the halftime. 2 quick buckets will have the score a little bit closer than what was expected in the last 45 seconds, really, of this game. 10 minutes now for our quick halftime show. Don't go anywhere, as we'll come back with some more statistics, as well as a little bit of a narrative here of how this game is going so far in our home opener, the Rich Rebels and the Telos Titans. Until then, this has been a My Local Radio presentation of Rich Rebel Sports, a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 on mylocalradio.com.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom body work when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the halftime show. About 6:40 left till the beginning of the second half. Some stats here for each team. Riley Carrillo, your current leader in the points department. He has, 10, 13 points, and he leads all scores, actually, for both teams. Trey Walker with a layup of his own, he's got 2 points. Jaden Cordia with a big 3 at the end of the first quarter. And then Hayden Weston with 3. Some more complete stats coming up for the Rich Rebels, thanks to Rob Leifson, as Rich has shot 9 of 28 from 2-point range, 1 of 7 from 3-point range, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Overall shooting percentage, 29% for the Rich Rebels from both 2-point and 3-point range combined. As for Telos, they're shooting a higher percentage here, but their 3-point percentage has brought them down a little bit. Their 2-point percentage is actually 64%. That's a high percentage in terms of a 2-pointer. 2 for 2 for the free throw line, but only 2 of 8 from the 3-point line. So overall, 47%. Rich getting up more shots, most definitely, but the Telos Titans putting it, making it when it counts, most definitely. Carrillo and Weston both leading in rebounds, Carrillo with 8, Weston with 4. Rich with 22 rebounds in total, including 11 offensive rebounds, as opposed to only 1 offensive rebound for the Telos Titans. Leading rebounders for the Telos Titans, that's Fay and Pike. They're underneath getting those rebounds. Defensively, as we're part of the Crawford Trough halftime show, special thanks to Rob Leifson for those statistics. Been really fun so far, a 23-22 ball game. Rich up by 1 point. We'll come back for the Crawford Trough halftime show conclusion as the first half highlights brought to you by the town of Randolph. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Sometimes you just start craving a really good, juicy burger. Add cheese, maybe some bacon, and all the fixins that make every bite even better than the bite before it. Add a side of hand-cut fries, onion rings, or crisp tater tots, and top it off with an amazing ice cream cone. Or maybe a raspberry shake. Just thinking about it makes me hungry. When your stomach is grumbling like an angry bear and your cravings call out, head right down to the Crawford Trough in Randolph. The place to eat and drink. Stop in today.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Welcome back to the halftime show brought to you by the Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink. I wish I had one of those hamburgers right now. I really do. They're fantastic. We have our band giving us great music here for halftime. Great highlight and such a unique thing to Rich High School. When I first heard about the band, I was like, okay, like cool, like marching band and everything like that. Like everybody, like, no, we have a rock band. So we got some Blink 182 rocking right now, which is amazing. Frankly, I'd love to listen to it, but I have to talk about these halftime stats, which have been fantastic, really. Here comes the Telos Titans back out onto the floor. The highlight, I would dare say, has been the offensive rebounding. I mean, truly, the offensive rebounding and being scrappy for loose balls have really kept the Rich Rebels in the lead so far. And Riley Carrillo has been the epitome of what Rich is trying to do and is all about. The scrappy play, offensive rebounds, getting those open shots. On the other side of the ball, great high percentage shooting from Noah Weiss. I mean, really, it seems as though that he's making 60-75% of everything that he puts up. He's only missed a handful. So that will be something to look forward to as the game goes on. We got a minute and 50 left in this game. We'll go ahead, take our last timeout. We thank you for joining us as part of the Crawford Trough halftime show. This is going to be really interesting, and maybe perhaps we'll get as cool of a game as the girls had yesterday. Until then, this is a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Q, as well as online at mylocalradio.com.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom bodywork when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
Welcome back here to the third quarter, brought to you really by Epic Recreation. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. Rentals in Bear Lake, call 435-946-EPIC. Really quickly, our Bear Lake Realty fan cam as the inbound's coming in from Telos, your new home in Bear Lake. One phone call away, call 435-946-8888. Here comes live coverage here as we're getting back into it. 7:50 left here in the third quarter as the second half has started. We'll see how these teams shake out and adjust. Here's Weiss out to Davis out here on the right side, nearest to us, trying to work it inbounds. That's going to be intercepted and reeled in by Jaden Cornea. Cornea kicking it out there to Nate Woods, putting it back out at the top of the arc. Cornea left hand into the lane, floater off the glass. That one's good. 2 points for Cornea. His first points after that huge three in the first quarter. This is a 25-22 game to start the very beginning of the second half. And a kick by Cornea. You know, frankly, you put your foot in there, you put your hand in there, you're disrupting something. Even though the ball will stay with the Telos Titans, good defense by Cornea as the inbounds from Weiss to Davis. Davis will take it across the timeline. They're going from left to right now, going from east to west. And here comes the Titans. Back and forth they go. Jaden Cornea on Weiss. Weiss kicking it out there to Pike on the right side, driving the baseline, goes into the lane. He leaves that one just too far, too strong. And Bruce Powell is livid. He wants those buckets. And here comes Cornea kicking it in. Here comes a long three from Weston. That one's just a little bit too hard, but it's going to be an offensive rebound by Pace. Pace puts it up. And that one, again, offensive rebound by the Rich Rebels. Here's Carrillo with three. That one's too long. And finally, it's going to be a defensive rebound by Weiss. Weiss working on Carrillo, left-handed layup. That one's going to be no good, but a foul. Carrillo, from what I understand, that will be his first personal foul of the game. And that's going to send Noah Weiss to the line. 25-22, but a chance to cut it to a smaller deficit here at the charity stripe. Here's Weiss. Into the zone he goes. High up it goes, right off the back of the rim, and that one's good. 23-25. One shot left. Taking the time to put that one up. Here's the shot. That one is left off the iron. No good rebound. Carrillo out to Pace on the right side. He dribbles with his right hand, goes into the lane, tries to get it to Hayden Weston. Weston gets run over by Pike, but it's good sportsmanship, getting picked up off the floor. Great hands by Pike as he's just in there at the right time and the right moment, able to knock that one away. Crawford, Trough, Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds pass coming in. Weston had room, and he goes up with his right hand. Here's Carrillo with the floater. That one's good. Another point and first for Carrillo of the second half. 27-23. Ball on the floor. Pike pushing his way. Will Carter now on the right side. Thinks about driving baseline. Here's Davis. Davis out on the wing. Asks for some room. Kicks it out there to Weiss on the left side. Weiss in the middle to Fay. Fay, mid-range jumper. That one's no good. Rebound, Weston. Weston getting that outlet out to Cornea. Here we go as it is a 27-23 lead. 5 points. Here's Jaden Cornea going with the right hand, handing off to Hunter Pace, who loses the ball, and that ball out of bounds, and it will go with the Telos Titans. It tried to be just kind of recovered by Jaden Cornea after the tie-up between Hunter Pace and Will Carter. Inbounds from Weiss to Davis. Davis working on Nate Woods. Nate trying to use the sideline to his advantage. Instead, Pike putting it in there to Fay. Fay leaves it too strong, and that's going to be an offensive rebound. No, defensive rebound by Weston. 2-on-2, Nate Woods on the baseline left, kicks it out there to Cornea, thinks about the three, drives into the lane. He goes to Weston in the middle. No, a kick on Noah Weiss as Jaden Cornea tried to do some fancy schmancy pass in between the legs of Weiss, trying to find Hayden Weston. Instead, it will be a kick as he shuffled his feet just in time. Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds. Here we go. Thought about the three. He didn't pull the trigger. That was Noah Perry. Instead, finds Riley Carrillo. Carrillo, right-handed hook shot right there on the right block. Puts that one up and good. 29-23. Weiss almost loses his handles, driving across the timeline. Fay trying to find somebody. Gets it to Weiss, right side, and he rises right on the right elbow. Tries to find Pike, cutting into the lane as here comes the Rebels, and they try to take a timeout, and the Rebels take advantage of it as Hunter Pace goes up with the left hand on the fast break. That's Hunter Pace's first points of the game, and now a 31-23 game. Davis has an open three, decides to drive in from the right side, kicks it out to Pike baseline. He drives in, goes off of the knee of Carrillo, and that will go back to the Telos Titans underneath the basket on the baseline. 8-point lead, the largest of the game so far for the Rich Rebels. Inbounds from Weiss. He's looking for Davis. He's covered. Now Davis finds some room. He's working against Nate Woods. Davis probably has about a good 5 inches on Nate Woods, but Nate has been doing fantastic, holding the leading scorer for the Telos Titans so far to only like 7 points. Here's a kick out to Pike. Pike underneath the basket, tries to put it up with his right hand with a reversal, no good. Rebound Carrillo, outlet to Cornea. Cornea out there to Nate Woods. Cornea pulling it out. The underclassman with some serious handles out there to the left to Pace. Pace to Carrillo. Back out Perry. Here's a three, no good to the right. Offensive rebound Carrillo. Carrillo gets tripped up, no call here as here comes a fast break. 2-on-3. And sticking his hands in the cookie jar, that is Perry. More specifically, Noah Perry. Here is a double-double already for Riley Carrillo as he has just been an absolute beast on the boards and in the points department, a la Justin Bean of Utah State, the utility man. Here comes an inbounds for Weiss from Davis. Weiss working across the timeline to Pike on the right block. Kicking out to the left for Davis. Davis picks up his dribble, back to Pike in the middle. Pike drives with his right hand, puts it up just off the top, and no good. Rebound Nate Woods, of all people. And now he's working his way across the floor. Intercepted by Weiss. A pass from Woods is intercepted by Weiss, and that will be a blocking foul as Nate tried to stop the fast break the best way that he could. It was a 1-on-3 opportunity, and it's probably a good foul, as points were imminent, more than likely. Here's Weiss with the inbound here. And into Davis. Davis goes up in the middle with a little bit of a floater, but he's got Rebels draped around his arms. He's going to go to the free throw line. Is that on Riley Carrillo? I believe that was Noah Perry's first personal foul here. Davis at the free throw line, lines up with his first shot. This one is up and good. That's his third made free throw of the night. Here we go. That's the first buckets, really, of the second half for the Telos Titans. Now 24-31. Second free throw up and good for Davis. 30-second timeout really quickly taken by the Rich Rebels. This is an Independent Software Solutions timeout. We'll take a timeout of our own. Thank you for joining us on 98.3 KADQ. This is a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation on mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Back into the third quarter action here. 31-24 advantage Rich Rebels as they will get the inbounds from Trey Walker to Jaden Cornea. Cornea across the timeline he goes, very smooth, relaxed with the ball, kicking out there to Pace on the right side wing. Pace back to Carrillo at the top of the arc, getting it in there to Perry. Perry kicking it out there to Pace, who drives baseline, kicks it back out, and then back into Perry. Perry spinning around, he's going to get fouled. Right in the paint. That's on number 10. That's Graham. As I fling my pen way out of my own reach. Here comes the first Bear Lake Realty free throw coming up for Perry. That one is knocked down. Bottom of the net, nothing but net on that one. Good work, as it is now a 32-24 lead for the Rich Rebels. Second Bear Lake Realty free throw coming up for Perry. He leaves that one just off the line and to the left. Here comes an offensive rebound and a kick out to Hunter Pace. That's help from Carrillo. Hunter Pace gets that mid-range J on the left side baseline. 4 points for Hunter Pace here in the third quarter. Here's Davis working his way into the middle. Collapse. 5 Rebels collapse on Davis. He kicks it back out to the right to Weiss. Weiss with the ball gets the screen to the left, instead drives right. Here's Graham. Graham looking for a bailout. Goes across the court to Davis. Davis dribbles his right hand into the lane. He's covered well, and here's Weiss. Weiss for 3. That's off the backboard, no good. Defensive rebound by Pace. Pace, good rebound. Kicks it out there to Perry. Perry to Cornea. That's on the right side baseline. That's good. Great little handoff and another 2 points. 34-24. Jaden Cornea again. 2 points and a steal after an awry pass taken by the Rich Rebels. Here's Pace on the left side with the handoff from Carrillo. Pace goes out to the top, hands it to Cornea. Cornea working against Davis, out there to Pace on the right side. Right in front of the student section, here's Cornea putting it in the middle. Had an open Noah Perry cutting to the basket as he left his man out on the arc, standing around. But that ball is knocked out of bounds by Weiss on the far side baseline. Instead, we'll get a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds pass as it was knocked off the arms of Weiss. 36-25, my apologies, 36-25. Here comes Trey Walker kicking out to Cornea. Cornea thought about the 3 into Carrillo. Carrillo goes up with his right hand and is collapsed on the double team. Another foul on Graham. Graham will send Carrillo to the line. Bear Lake Realty free throws coming up for Carrillo. Patented 2 dribbles. And that one goes up, and that is no good. Off the left iron, off the backboard, off the front, and no good. Will remain 36-25 here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Epic Recreation. Find them on Facebook or at epicrecreation.net. Second free throw up and good for Carrillo. That's 5 points here in the third quarter. Already has a double-double. Into the game, Carter Hoffman. Hoffman into the game, and a wing out there. A wing out there from Weiss, intended for Graham on the right side here, baseline near side. It will go out of bounds, and it will be a turnover on the Telos Titans. Carrillo inbounding there to Cornea. They're up 12 points now in the third quarter. Cornea working against Davis. Carrillo, a little bit on an island, kicks it out there to Trey Walker at the top of the arc. Walker hands it off to Cornea again. Cornea, as an underclassman, has been doing fantastic, being stable at the point guard position. And Hoffman tries to go up there with both arms. Instead, will get stripped by Davis underneath the basket. That ball will go out of bounds, but it will remain with the Rich Rebels. Here comes a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds pass on the right side of the basket. Back out to Carrillo, around the horn to Trey Walker. Walker looks inside, back out to the right side to Cornea. Cornea with the right hand to Carrillo. Good seal off and a wonderful deuce on the right-handed layup by Riley Carrillo. 7 points and a really quick drive here by Will Carter, and an defensive rebound and then another foul. Third one, I believe, on Jackson Graham. That's a very quick 3 fouls here in the third quarter on Graham, and now it is a 39-25 game. Rich Rebels in the lead, taking care of business. They are implementing their offense well. Trey Walker left open, but instead kicks out to the left for Cornea. Cornea looks inside to Carrillo. Here is Hoffman out there to Perry. Perry out to the top to Cornea, then to Carrillo. Carrillo bounces it off the foot of Weiss, and that will go out of bounds. Another Mound Valley inbound coming up underneath the basket for an offensive possession for the Rich Rebels. Cornea will inbound. It's the play and kicks it out there to the left for Perry. Perry quickly up with his right hand. That one's going to be no good. Just left that one a little soft, and that will be a defensive rebound by Pike. Pike to Davis. Davis working against Cornea and across the timeline. Weiss into the middle to Pike, intercepted on an attempt for Fay. Fay, and then on a fast break and an assist from Cornea to Hoffman. Hoffman with points in this game in the third quarter, and then a quick strip and the ball goes careening out of bounds underneath the basket as they've come across the timeline incredibly quickly. Hoffman with 2 on that fast break. So white ball after all that, it will stay with the Rich Rebels. A 41-25 lead, 2 seconds left. A heave, no good by Cornea. Just had to throw that one up there. 41-25 at the end of 3. We welcome you if you're just joining us. This is a great game and a good look at the Rich Rebels in their season opener and home opener. Join us in just a moment after we take a quick break. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you will get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back here to the fourth quarter. This fourth quarter, your Rich Rebels go on an 18-3 run here in the third quarter coming out of halftime. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, the most caring hospital on earth. Rob Leifson just telling me that high percentage 2-pointers were the name of the game for the Rich Rebels there in the third quarter, and an 18-3 run. Very interesting as Hoffman will inbound here to Nate Woods. Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound. Nate Woods working his way, the senior, against Weiss. Weiss, hard defense implemented by the Telos Titans, and they're going to get called for the grab. Will Carter here on the arm. His second personal foul, and that will be another inbound here. As if stout defense and physical defense is the name of the game for the Telos Titans, they already have given 4 fouls here. Inbounds from Hoffman to Pace, and then Buckwheat now ends up with the ball, just rolls off the rim, no good. Pike with the defensive rebound as Buckwheat had a good look there. Around the horn it went, and he got a good look on the left side block. Fay guarded by Buckwheat, and then around the horn, here's Davis on the left side wing, guarded by Hoffman. Hoffman against Davis. Hoffman in the lane. Jumper here. He puts that one up around the horn. No good. Defensive rebound, Buckwheat. Pace getting double teamed here. He needs someone to help him out, and a jump ball called. So jump ball and a possession arrow will go to the Telos Titans. 41-25. I don't think anybody scored, did they? 39-25 it should be. Okay, 41-25, and that's the name of the game. Here's a defensive rebound by Nate Woods after Hayden Weston picks himself off the floor. Hayden Weston kicking out there to the right for Pace. Pace to Hoffman. Hoffman gets his pass intercepted as the ball goes careening up Here's Weiss pushing it across the floor against Nate Woods. Around and up, and here comes a layup, no good. And a rebound on the floor, bodies rolling. And it will stay with the Rich Rebels. So a full court press implemented by the Telos Titans. Now Riley Carrillo will inbound. He has the baseline to run to and fro. This will be good as Pace gets the ball quickly, and they break the press very well. Here's Buckwheat getting in there to Hayden Weston. Ooh, Buckwheat quickly trying to get it to his fellow big man, Hayden Weston. The pass was just tipped out of bounds. Here comes the Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds with 6:35 left here in the fourth quarter, 41-25. Towards the beginning of the fourth quarter, inbound from Nate Woods out there to Hayden Weston. Hunter Pace around the horn to Riley Carrillo, back to Nate Woods. Nate to Buckwheat. Buck, right-handed jumper with his a little bit of a hook, no good. And jump ball as the ball will go to the Telos Titans. Good hustle plays by each team. Nate Woods thinks that he's going to get the ball, but he's not. He has to run down and hustle on defense. Davis to Weiss. Weiss to Davis. You've been hearing it quite a bit here. Davis on the left side, around the wing, across the court, here to Faye. Faye guarded by Carrillo. He's going to get pinned underneath the basket, and he'll throw it away. That's going to be a turnover and a steal by Nate Woods. Nate Woods trying to dribble for his life, and Coach Cornea will bail him out before the 8-second timer goes off. 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, a 41-25 lead by the Rich Rebels. We'll take a quick moment on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, here to the fourth quarter. Tale of the tape here is that the Rich Rebels are out rebounding and hustling for these 50-50 balls, something that Lex Cornea and his coaching staff is a huge staple. That is the staple of a Lex Cornea coach team. They hustle and go for the ball. Here's a inbounds, well broken by the Rich Rebels and pulled out by Jaden Cornea after running inside. Jaden with the ball working his way against Davis, kicking out there to Pace. Into Hayden Weston. Weston is going to get the and one. Right-hand hook as he was being fouled on the arm. He just throws it up from the hip, and that one goes up and in off the right corner of the backboard, and that one will fall. Wow. So here comes an and one opportunity for Hayden Weston. Now 43-25, and the bonus points just left long off the brick. And then Hunter Pace gets on the offensive rebound and quickly puts it right back and up, and now it's a 45-25 game. 20-point lead for the Rich Rebels. And intercepted by Jaden Cornea, and he'll just get run over as a hustle play from Jackson Graham will lead to his fourth personal foul. As we get a number 22 of the Telos Titans checking in. 5:36 left here in the fourth quarter, still implementing the press. Here's Cornea kicking out there to Nate Woods. They've got to get across the line here. And it's a little bit too long, and they get bailed out by Hunter Pace on the left side. Driving into the lane and then pulling it back out is Carrillo, and now Cornea with the ball. Cornea working his way up against the new brought in number 22. Here's Hayden Weston. Hayden keeps his pivot foot into the lane, comes Carrillo. Little floater, that's where he's found quite a few of his points. Riley Carrillo now with a little bit of a jumper. That's an offensive foul. That's an offensive foul on a driving Will Carter, and Hayden Weston kept his feet, took the charge, and that's going to be a turnover. 47-25, and wow, this second half has been all Rich Rebels so far. Riley Carrillo quickly breaking it in, and he tries to dump it off to Hayden Weston. It's going to be stolen by Pike of Telos. Back out to Davis. Davis across the timeline. He's looking for a way to score to Weiss. Weiss here on the right wing, cutting into the lane. He's going to think about the jumper. It's going to be intercepted in the paint by Carrillo. Carrillo back out to the outlet to Cornea. Cornea to Nate Woods here in the dead zone out on the left. Cornea working his way up against the Telos Titans' new player in here, number 22. We don't have a 22 on the roster, but another steal by Pike. He's going to go coast to coast. Up he goes. He's going to leave it too hard off the glass. That's going to be a defensive rebound by Carrillo. Carrillo working his way across to Pace and then back out to Jaden Cornea. Cornea is going to get fouled here in the dead zone right across the half-court line, and that's going to be a push on Pike. 1-and-1 bonus coming up as Jaden Cornea will go to the line. These are Bear Lake Realty free throws. .411 here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, the most caring hospital on earth. Let's see what Cornea can do with these charity points. 1-and-1. First one up and bricked too hard, and that's going to be a defensive rebound by Will Carter. Back out to Davis. Davis will take point guard position and work his way across half court and just throw it away. But it will be called off of Trey Walker's fingertips. It will stay with the Telos Titans. Inbounds pass coming up underneath the basket. 4 minutes exactly here in the fourth quarter, and a 22-point lead for the Rich Rebels. Davis throws it out of bounds. Davis gets the ball poked out from behind him, and now he's got the ball back after an inbound from Weiss. Here comes jump and a block from Hayden Weston. Kicking out there to Weiss for three. Weiss rims it out, no good. Hayden Weston kicking out to Trey Walker. 2-on-2 fast break. Walker decides to take it all the way, leaves it short. Nate Woods with the offensive rebound, puts it up and in. That's Nate Woods' first points of the game, and that's off an offensive rebound and second chance points. And no good. No good on the left elbow jumper by the Telos Titans defensive rebound, and now Rich with the ball. Trey Walker right near the baseline on the far side. Here's Riley Carrillo kicking it out to Jaden Cornea. Cornea decides to slow it down, working one-on-one against Thurston Davis. Davis to Trey Walker. Walker across the timeline. He'll get that poked out from behind him as the ball goes careening into the student section. Is going to whack Ambria Lutz, star point guard for the girls basketball team. Dangerous. Got to keep your head. Got to keep your head on a swivel. Happy birthday again to Ambria yesterday. She had a fantastic game as she was the leading scorer for the Rich Rebels and came up in clutch time against the West Side Pirates. We'll take a quick breather here with 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Independent Software Solutions timeout. This is a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. A great cheer from the student section for a certain broadcaster here in the gymnasium. Your Rich Rebels are currently up by quite a substantial amount of points. Only 3 points scored by the Telos Titans, and the Rich Rebels. We get another timeout really quickly by Coach Powell. A quick timeout, and something I wasn't expecting. Back-to-back timeouts from what I understand. We will stay here and keep it here. This is quite a substantial run. This is a let me do the math here, 26-3 run here in the second half. That's impressive. And you know what? It comes off of offensive rebounds. It comes from these hustle plays. And it's been very unselfish basketball by the Rich Rebels. They don't care who's taking the open shot, and they've been putting it away. It's been fantastic to see so far. As for a home season opener, you love to see it. 17 offensive boards for the Rich Rebels. That is the key to the game right there. I mean, truly, if you're hustling for those boards, I bet Lex Cornea is pretty happy from what I can gather. Obviously, always room for improvement, but it's great to see here in the first game. Here we go, as always places to improve. Free throws, big thing for the girls, and it'll be another thing for the boys. 3 points, inbounds, Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound coming in from Riley Carrillo. Carrillo tries to find a man and gets it out to Cornea on the backcourt here. Comes across the midcourt line, is met by Weiss immediately. Drives past White to the right. Weiss to the right. Weiss against Carrillo. Carrillo kicking out there to Cornea on the right side wing. Davis up there. Nate Woods now against number 22. Here is Riley Carrillo. Carrillo just kind of playing keep away right now. We're trying to bleed the clock a little bit as they're up quite substantially. Trey Walker with the ball right near the very backcourt, half-court line. Foul on Will Carter as he was reaching for the ball, and another one-and-one opportunity coming up for Jaden Cornea. Here we go as another opportunity for one-and-one coming up. If I understood correctly, was that 5? So 5 fouls on Will Carter. He'll be fouled out. He'll have to take a seat with 2.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 4 boards. 4 points and 4 boards for Will Carter, as that's the end of his reign tonight. First one-to-one opportunity good by Jaden Cornea. These are Bear Lake Realty free throws. First one good. Here comes the second one as we've now reached the 50-burger point. And no good on the second one as that ball goes careening out of bounds. That will go with the Telos Titans as substitution coming in, mass substitution. Out comes Carrillo, out comes Nate Woods, out comes Hayden Weston. Pace, Cornea, Buckwheat, Hoffman, and Perry in the game now. Oh, that's Trey Walker. My apologies. Trey Walker in the game. Trey, after the defensive rebound by Buckwheat, tries to hand it off to Trey Walker, and that one goes careening off of Trey Walker's fingers out of bounds. Just kind of had to keep that one strong for a minute. Here comes inbounds from Weiss to Davis. Davis will get the foul on the arm. He misses the mid-range kind of layup here on the right side block, but he'll go to the line. 2:14 left here in the fourth quarter. 25-point lead. That's the first foul on Trey Walker tonight. Trey is a fireball, and I'm sure that might come as a surprise to many. Here's that first one up by Davis. That one's up and good. So the only points from the Telos Titans coming from free throws here in the second half. So 26-50, second free throw up and around the hoop, and no good. Offensive rebound left short on the putback by Faye. 26-50, advantage Rich Rebels. Here's Cornea working out there to Hunter Pace on the right side, right in front of the student section. A little bit of a back door cut from Pace to Perry, and that will lead to points, 52-26. Into the lane, here comes Weiss. He's going to leave that one up, and a no shot, a travel will be called. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was that the first points for Noah tonight? I believe that's first points for Noah Perry on that little backdoor cut from with the help from Pace. Into the game, here comes our relief. Drake Weston, our point guard who does JV time. Weston. Here they go as that ball will go careening out of bounds off of the fingertips of Fay as he cut off the passing lane between Weston and Perry. Now here comes Hoffman. I mistook him for Trey Walker. I mean, really, they look kind of similar. Maybe I'll get some flack for that, but from a distance, they look a little bit the same. Blocked out of bounds. Weiss will block Weston's inbounds. Get it in there to Hunter Pace on the right side baseline. Pace pulls it out to the very top. He's guarded by Thurston Davis. Here we go as Drake thought he got fouled, and that will go off of his forearms and out of bounds. 1:23 left in this game. A 52-26 lead for the Rich Rebels. In the middle, Fay working his way into the paint, kicking it back out to Davis. Davis around there to Weiss, just out of the outstretched arms of Weston. Weiss with the mid-range J right out on the left elbow. That one will be good. And a quick timeout taken by Bruce Powell. That was the first field goal of the entire second half for the Telos Titans. And we'll take a quick break and a breather here. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Back into the weaning moments of the game here. 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. Coach Cornea getting his JV squad prepped and ready. Well, not really his JV squad. We've got some underclassmen getting some time, most definitely. Here comes the inbounds from Perry to Pace. Here's Drake with the ball. Kicking it out there to Pace. Pace way across the middle. That's to Hoffman. Hoffman gets it across the timeline, and now they're safe from the timer. Drake working around the horn. He goes. They're trying to kind of trap him in there. Drake bounce pass out there to the right wing to Pace. Pace working against Weiss. He's going to get stripped by Weiss. Weiss working against Pace. Weiss cutting into the lane here. And a quick foul by Drake. By Weston. 42 seconds left in this game. Inbounds coming in, and Davis will go up strong with his right hand. And we get another timeout. 28-52. And we'll just keep it here. Name of the game, really, the Telos Titans getting some buckets late in the last couple minutes, but really only about 30 seconds ago did the Telos Titans get their first field goal of the second half. That's really attributed to some serious rebounding, both offensively and defensively, by the Rich Rebels. The Rich Rebels are more than likely, I'm not a betting man, but I believe that they're going to probably take this one here in their home season opener. It's 52-30 with 38 seconds left, and we have great fans out tonight. Everyone loves basketball. It's a good atmosphere, fun rivalry. Telos and Rich games have always been incredibly fun. Here's Perry to inbound to Pace. Pace gets the ball and puts it right back to Perry. Perry across the timeline to Hoffman to Buckwheat. Buckwheat up strong, and that's a bucket for Buckwheat. Justin Adams with his first points of the fourth quarter and the first points of the game. That's a 54-30 lead. 24-point lead, and here's Davis throwing it up there. Around the hoop it goes. Rebound, Pace. Pace gets the ball, and he tries to get it back over to Weston. Weston around the horn, and Perry runs out of bounds. That will be a turnover on the Rich Rebels. Davis throws it into Weiss. The waning seconds here. He takes a long three. That's off the front iron. It will go off of Buckwheat and out of bounds. 5 seconds left here in this game, and there will be a quick inbound and a last shot opportunity for the Telos Titans. 30-54. Davis. Weiss with the tray from the corner. That one's good. So the final points made on the three-pointer from Weiss. And that will be your game. Your Rich Rebels will take this one 54-33 against the Telos Titans in their home opener. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back with some post-game awards, go over some diagnostics, and we'll wrap this one up nicely with a bow. Congratulations to the Rich Rebels for winning their first game and their home opener here in Randolph. Until then, this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the post-game show. Our post-game show today, we're going to go ahead and touch up on the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's in Evanston. Gourmet sandwiches made fresh and fast every day. 113 Front Street, Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. The very beginning of the game, pretty close, as the score at the end of the first quarter is going to be a 14-15 contest. Pretty close. And actually, Telos in the lead in that one. Then in the second quarter, they're going to also keep it really close. It was a 23-22 score at the end of the first half. And then, golly gee, I mean, really, the Rich Rebels just kind of went on an insane tear. It was a massive run. Massive. I dare say a 30-10 run or something, extended run like that. And I know at the end of the third quarter it was an 18-3 run, and then they just kind of added on to it in the fourth quarter. That is our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Freaky Fast, freaky fresh every time. We thank you for joining us here as we're coming up next for the precision play of the game. So many, really. I mean, I think for me personally, something that got everybody pumped up is the Rich Rebels were down 11-15 in the waning seconds of the first quarter. And Jaden Cornea goes up and pulls up at the buzzer and makes the three-pointer, and that makes it really close here at the very end of one. That leads to a 14-15 score. And the precision play of the game really, I think, has to go to that. It got everybody pumped up. Three-pointers, not a huge thing in this game, as Rich only made one the entire game, and that was the one. There was the three-pointer at the very end of the first quarter, and they made up for it for two-point percentage. I mean, they shot 50% from the field, not three-pointers. And that is a recipe for success, most definitely. On the other side, Telos shot 9 of 27, ended up shooting a 31% overall. The one thing, most definitely, that I think Coach Cornea is going to circle, Rich goes 5 of 12 from the free throw line. If you're in a closer game, you need those points, most definitely. So congratulations to the Rich Rebels. They're going to take this one in a 54-33 victory in the home opener against the Telos Titans. They shut down both, really, they kept their scoring leaders on the Telos Titans to very limited points. I mean, 18 for Noah Weiss, but it was a very hard-fought 18. Thurston Davis, who was the leading scorer at the beginning coming into this game, he ended up with 11 points. And, I mean, it seemed as though that anybody else who got the ball and put it up there was just kind of gravy. It was mostly Weiss and Davis going back and forth. Telos, fought for those kind of 50-50 balls on the ground, but the rebounding battle 100% will go to the Rich Rebels. They just destroy. They ended up with 17 offensive rebounds, 41 in total against Telos' 28. It's a 13 rebound advantage overall, and it showed because Rich, if they got the rebound, they're putting it back up there, and they made him pay. Carrillo ended up with a double-double. He had 13 rebounds and 24 points, 13 boards. That's insane. Great work from Carrillo. He's going to get the player of the game. Congratulations to him, as well as to Jaden Cornea for the precision play of the game. That's Dr. McKay Frankham, Precision Family Dentistry at affordable prices. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8910. Don't go anywhere. We'll go ahead, wrap up one more time as we get to the very end of our post-game coverage. Thank you for joining us on 98.3. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Welcome back to the post-game coverage here on 98.3 The Wildlife. My local radio helping us out here, cover the very end of the statistics. Special thanks to Rob Leifson. He is the right-hand man, and none of this camera work and these statistics would be possible without him and the hard work that he puts in helping out these kids, and with being my out, my safety net. Cannot thank him enough. Again, we'll go ahead, touch up the town of Garden City, where families play at beautiful Bear Lake. Visit gardencity.ut.us. The Garden City player of the game will go to Riley Carrillo. I mean, the man seriously played as a man tonight. He got 24 points, 13 rebounds. That is a huge double-double, and that is massive for his team. He played out there, men among boys, and just kind of on another level. Congratulations to him for getting the Town of Garden City player of the game. We thank you for joining us out here, as this has been fantastic coverage for the home opener. Again, final for the score out here at Rich High, 20 points. I mean, like a 28-13 run in the second half. It was huge, and that was with points kind of at the very end. A 54-33 victory for the Rich Rebels. Thank you so much. Catch me tomorrow as I cover the girls as they take on the Bear Lake Bears in Montpelier. And then next week, we're going to get ready for the Bridger Valley tournament. That should be incredibly fun. We might see Mountain Crest next week coming up to play the girls, possibly. I think it might be a freshman game. That's a maybe. We'll see how that goes. Congratulations to the Rich Rebels on their home opener. This is Cody Olsen signing off. As always, thank you so much to Randolph and to Rich High School. As I always say, stay safe, and as always, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on MyLocalRadio.com. Until next time, go Rebels!